Hello, all of you. Good evening. How are you all are? And how is your preparation going on? So here we are together to do the ABC analysis to discuss the paper pattern of the CMA Inter December 24 costing exam. And then we will solve MTP-1 and 2, first MCQs and then all the descriptive questions. Okay. Now, as you're connected with me and you're watching this, means you have watched something earlier. So without fail, note down more than 150 MCQs of CMA Inter, costing and DT. Both are already solved in the playlist. I have solved it for June 24. Same is applicable, only they have changed the format. Earlier it was vertical format, now they have given left to right. Best of the MCQs with some tricks also. Like surely one MCQ will be standard costing, one will be from your add and less. So like that, with all the interpretation, it is there in a separate video. I'm already going to share it once again in the challengers as well as in Telegram. So without fail, watch that because your MCQs are for 30 marks, right? Other than that, top 50 questions. Even the PDF I have given for the top 50 questions, I'll post all the link after this so that you can save the link and revise it. Then one concept booster notes where every chapter's formula, if it is cost sheet, the format, if it is labor, the formula, and with an alert sign of pitfalls that is already discussed in a separate video. One more video I have done discussing all the theory questions. I have just now checked the trend also. Earlier also I have done, again I have checked June 23, December 23, June 24, December 24. Not because I'm making this video or I also teach DT, IDT, you all know very well. But I'm honestly saying this is one of the scoring paper for all of you. Provided you make very correct choice, you allot correct time for MCQs. You are only supposed to write the main answer. Ma'am, some MCQs we need to work out, like standard quantity into actual quantity and all. You can work it out in a rough work for MCQ separately, but the main answer should look very neat. And till date, the first impression is the best impression. If you know question number 4A is contract costing, very simple question is asked, attempt it first, right? So just 5-10 minutes, let us have a mindset. Okay, this is the paper pattern, this is the choice, how I should attempt, and we can make little some trend also. Oh, I miss putting recording for my app students. Chalo. So over to the notebook and the mindset should be clear. Today morning there was 3-hour class for business at depreciation. So are you able to hear me properly? The volume sound. Yesterday I have taken the DT, IDT, MTP with lot of concepts and all. Hope it is clear. Is the volume clear? If you can comment, like, share, subscribe. Bilkul karna hai. It will give a boost. because this video is live right now, not recorded and taken. Okay, so CMA Inter costing exam we are discussing for the December 24 attempt, and here is your paper pattern. Okay, you have section 1 or section A, you call it, compulsory to be done, but your wish. If you want to start with good descriptive questions and second R you want to go for MCQs and score, allowed. So ठीक है, आपकी मर्जी है, but the mindset should be clear from now and go accordingly. How you know? I have to go from A to B, so I'll check Google. Okay, यहाँ से जाना. I'll keep the Google on, but I'll pre-check, right? So there are 15 questions, MCQs, 2 marks each, 30 marks. Very, very scoring. Especially like I can say, if you practice that 150 MCQs which I have solved, 80% usi mein se hoga. One for the reconciliation, one for the standard costing, one for the budget. Like that is what they give. Okay. Now, section B is your descriptive paper. Section B is your descriptive paper. In that you have question number 2, question number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Wow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out of 7, any 5 you have to attempt. Okay, attempt any 5 questions. Don't think and feel कि I'll attempt extra question, तो extra marks नहीं मिलेंगे. Yeah, so you'll be wasting your time. So 5 questions each of 40 marks. That is 70 marks, and that makes it 100 marks. In your 14 marks question, mandatory nowadays it is 7 plus 7. Earlier it used to be 7 marks, 4 marks and 3 marks. But now it is 7 plus 7. Okay? Trust me, dear students, like this, if you check the playlist, you will get June 24 MTP solved, December 24. CA ka alag, CMA ka alag, you will get the playlist. And if you feel, no ma'am, earlier attempt also, MTP I want to solve with you, please do it. You will do it in 1.5 hours and faster way. And it's going to boost your confidence. Okay, so what is the 7 marks benefit? Yeah, one question goes wrong, at least you know the other part. And our choice is pretty easy here. Generally, they start with question number 2A, which is cost sheet. A general trend I am giving, it can change, like sometimes they may ask labor, but generally it is cost sheet. Question number 2 is either material, lot size problem and EOQ, or labor. Though we have Emerson's, Taylor's, all that is for MCQ, but in question answer in labor, ABC analysis also I am giving. Rowan and Halsey, which one is better? The comparative, the level of the problems, what you do should be best. That's what we do in the practice batch as well as one-shot revision videos. Okay? Then come to question number 3. Okay? A bit, agar ye material hai to ye labor hoga, like that. And question number 3B, mandatory. I am highlighting the one which comes repeatedly. In non-integrated, they are asking reconciliation less. More than that asked is your journal entries. If it is integrated, how you are going to write? I feel in choice, you should definitely go for this question. 7 marks, 7 journal entries, and they are independent of each other. One journal entry by mistake goes wrong, at least you will get 6 marks, dear students. So attempt for such. This is the same thing I say in the income tax also. If it is bitwise question for TDS return of income, and if you know it, nothing like that, right? Question number 4A is for operating costing, generally transport or more than transport nowadays, asking the question on hotel. Room days. Room days, if they don't ask here, they will surely ask in MCQ. I'm not scaring you. I'm going to practice all of this in the coming 2 hours. But this is to just give you an idea. Question number 2B is again, I feel in choice you should do. It's such an easy question in contract costing. The most typical part you don't have in contract costing, and last one or two problems are too good with the escalation clause. So practice that. Okay. Question number 5. A bit is say joint product. So either they will ask you apportion the joint product, or they will ask you decision making. You remember whether you should further process or not. 5-step answer. Question number 5B here is like standard costing. Okay. Standard costing, of course, labor and overhead is still not there only in your syllabus. So either they will ask material or they will ask labor. There's no this thing. Overheads may. So even if you're watching some videos for the CA students, you don't have the variable and fixed overhead. Don't unnecessarily struggle to study extra things. Right? Okay. So far all clear to all of you. 1 second. Then last one question is the theory question. That's what I was taking. Yeah. Question number 6. Marginal costing is fixed. This is the question generally asked for 14 marks. So marginal costing, either some formulas and you have to work out the PV ratio and variable cost ratio. 1 page I have given you all the formulas in the booster notes. So marginal costing, or they will ask you the reconciliation of marginal costing and absorption costing reconciliation. है ना? So this they can ask for 14 marks if you know attempt. Otherwise, this is just my suggestion, because standard costing takes time to learn the formulas and all. Can leave it in choice. You have to leave anyhow 5 questions out of 7. So, but then very sure you should be, if you are going to take a risk of leaving this, you should know the others very well. Journal entries, operating costing and all. Question number 7 is very scoring. It is budget. Generally, cash budget or purchase budget is asked. If you check the trend, cash budget or purchase budget. And the B part is the theory question. Question number 8 is completely a theory question. One theory question every alternate exam, distinguish between cost reduction, cost control. What are the essentials of a good cost accounting system? So like that, if you just check the past 4 exams and MTPs, 4 into 3, 12 papers, you will cover up all your theory questions. Distinguish between spoilage and wastage, advantages or disadvantages of labor turnover, like that. If you are good at theory, go for this. Otherwise, these two you can leave, or these two you can leave. Then here practice and go marginal costing properly. If you ask me beyond this, ma'am, still थोड़ा in depth बताइए, ये छोड़े वो छोड़े, क्या छोड़ोगे? It's very easy. Check the top 50 questions. I have already taken lot of efforts to do this. MCQs I have solved. Theory question I have solved. And one-shot revision videos. If you 1% also doubt you have of leaving the labor, just go and check labor ka one-shot revision video. With the concept, with the question answer, it will be super clear. And small topics like contract costing and your CAS, CAS, cost accounting standard. This is all done in one single class. So if you decide to attempt 8 questions, 1 question will surely come on CAS, but they are asking basics. And if they go in depth of any CAS, you can write the way you write accounting standards. Okay. So anyone is having any doubt in this, ask. Is my volume clear? I asked earlier. So many of you are attending live. And please make sure you hit the like button, notification, subscribe. What is the next class you want me to take it live for all of you, which will really, really help you? Tell me. I've already taken the theory questions, and the one class I have taken exclusively for all the formulas and formats. I've given the PDF also. So if you need that, join the challengers group, join the Telegram group and ask. Yeah. Process costing is asked here only in the question number 6. Sorry, I missed it. Simple, simple. You have with profit question. ये जो 14 marks का question है ना, if marginal is asked for 7 marks, then process. The reason of me asking you to leave this question number 6 is process costing, very simple questions are asked. Okay. Simple questions are asked in process costing. But it will take time, no, to make first process, second process, normal loss, abnormal loss, and all. Okay. Equivalent and weighted average and all are not much asked in your syllabus. It's not that it's out of syllabus. But simple process costing also, if they ask for 7 marks, with that, the marginal costing will be easy. PV ratio and all, and quick you will get the answer. इसको तो टाइम लगेगा process costing को. So you have 180 minutes, 3 hours and 100 marks. So, like this, allot ki every 1 mark you can give 1.8 minutes. So 2 mark MCQ you cannot give more than 3 minutes. Don't, please, there is no ego fight. Don't go if ये 5th MCQ answer क्यों नहीं आ रहा, नहीं आ रहा, नहीं आ रहा. Okay? नहीं आ रहा तो rough work for MCQ. Don't write anything in the question paper. Write there. And hope you use the same calculator which you use in final exam, and m plus m minus all the functions you check and go. So that overhead chapter. Overhead also, they are asking the apportionment method, simultaneous equation sometime. But in overhead, I missed out. Huh? Oh, labor or overhead में choice है. Overhead में one small part is there that you do and go. Overhead reconciliation. If overhead is over-absorbed and under-absorbed, how do you reconcile? Abnormal, you put it in P&L, and normal, you divide it according to the quantity. Yeah? You are asking me question, I am answering. I am asking you question. Is my volume clear? There is some work going on. So, sir, आवाज आ रही है आपको? Or is it clear? Can you please reply? Huh? Come straight now. Let us go and solve the MTP-1. चलो फटाफट करेंगे so that we can process it better. Let us first take up the MTP-1. Okay. I'm again saying December 24, this is, but June 24 also MTP 1 and 2. If you check, dear students, it is having very good MCQs. So just at one go, whenever you are tired, you are not in a mood to study big, just have on your table June 24 or MTP 1, 2, an actual question and answer printout. Just for once after this video, check the June 24 question and suggested answer at the website. And December, you will see, man, if something is tough, definitely something is very easy, which will help you to get good marks. Okay? Right. Thank you for response. Aja. What is the primary objective of the cost accounting? That's your first MCQ in MTP-1. What's the primary objective of the cost accounting? To maximize profit, to record financial transactions, or facilitate cost control. When you maintain the cost records, you can control the cost and you can take the decision, okay, my fixed cost is 8, my variable cost is 10 and 18 and 25 I am selling. Yeah. If someone is asking 23, I may give. Someone is asking 17, no, I cannot give. That's the answer. If direct materials are consumed, direct labor and factory overhead, what's the manufacturing cost? Simple total, it's a cost sheet problem. 30 and 20, 50 and 15, 65,000 is the answer. Sum of direct labor and factory overhead market, so important. And if you have attended my class of cost sheet, you will see this is surely asked. In your material, dear students, if you add labor and overhead, you get total cost. Now this labor and overhead put together is called as conversion cost. The cost of converting the raw material into the finished product is called as conversion cost. So what is conversion cost? Labor and overhead. Next, a company employs. Are you able to solve with me? All comfortable? A company employs 3 drivers to deliver goods to its customers. The salary which is paid to the driver, delivery van, they are delivering the goods, selling and distribution expense. Prime cost nahi. Yeah, but if a driver is working in factory to get the raw material and all, factory overhead. If a driver is working to pick up and drop directors and accountants and all, admin overhead. So make sure you know this, that salary and other routine expenses can be bifurcated like this. Okay, right. CS11. This I have taken one video separately for this to know what is the advantages of and the benefits of the CS and how to learn the names of each one. So CS11 emphasizes regarding the treatment of abnormal administrative cost. Do we take abnormal cost include in the cost calculation? No. Exclude from the cost calculation? Yes. Separate disclosure in the footnote? Not required. This is not a company's balance sheet key. You will make a footnote. Attestation by no. So the answer is exclude from the cost calculation. Your 5 MCQs are over. Let me know. Is my speed fine? I can pause after every and I can say, हाँ ये 4 option है, आप बोलो. That much time we are not having with that. Chalo, we'll do all the MCQs. This way you all are comfortable. Which of the following is scientific and accurate method for calculating the factory overhead? Yeah. Which one is the scientific and accurate method for calculating the factory overhead? Factory overhead is calculated as a percentage of prime cost, as a percentage of labor, as a percentage. That's in cost sheet. But factory overhead is absorbed. Factory overhead is absorbed based on what? Machine hours. Yeah. See, generally when students look at this, they feel the answer is, ma'am, you taught us that factory overhead is charged as a percentage of direct labor, and it is one of the bit. But this is factory overhead is absorbed. So it is absorbed at a fixed rate, which we study in under over absorption chapter, and there it is divided by machine hours. Okay, all clear? A company calculates the price of the job. Now see, this is a question of job costing, but you should be super confident because you know the cost sheet so well, and job costing is same as cost sheet. They say by adding to overhead to the prime cost and adding 30% to the total cost. So total cost में 30% क्या add करना है? Profit. See, if there is calculation, I will do the calculation. Okay, and it is sold for the sale value is given 1690 and incurred overhead 694. What is the prime cost? Prime cost plus overhead is the total cost, and prime cost is given as 694. On total cost, 30% is the profit. Take a pause, dear students. 30% profit can be on total cost. 30% profit can be on sales. Your equation will change. Here it is 30% on total cost. So 130, 130. That's my equation. If it is 30% on sales, 70, 30, 100. making the equation, and I've also taken a specific doubt clearing class for segregation of the semi-variable overhead. Without fail, check it. That's going to be useful in overhead chapter, in cost sheet, और मैंने कौन सा बताया था आपको? Yeah, operating costing. You should know that in semi-variable overhead, how you are going to segregate in fixed and variable. Chalo, come back. 1690 is 130. 30 is how much? Pick up your calculator. Hope you all are having printout of this MTP 390. So profit is 390. This is sales. So your total cost is 1300. In that overhead is 694. So what is the prime cost? What is the prime cost? Prime cost is 606. 606, is it there as answer? Yes. B bit. B bit answer. Okay. Please don't do such working in the question paper saying Dipti ma'am ne aisa sikhaya hai. No. Use your rough work in your answer sheet. Which of the following does not form part of the GST prime cost? GST paid on raw material, input tax credit can be claimed, cost of transport, cost of the packing, overtime premium paid to the workers. Okay. Looking at basic, it is GST paid on raw material. You will not add it in the prime cost because you have taken input tax credit, but then they didn't say sure. Input tax credit can be claimed. If you don't claim GST, you will add it in the purchases. So here it is overtime premium. Overtime premium is abnormal cost, and abnormal costs are never a part of the prime cost. Okay. Job costing. Without looking there, we know that job costing is suitable for what? Yeah. Job costing is like suitable for single jobs. Like I want to make this size shutter. You want to make double floor shutter, like that. So it is suitable for similar products? No, it's not suitable. Method of costing for non-standard and non-repetitive product? True. Applicable to all the industries? No, none of the above. You know, where every product or every service, you give your vehicle for servicing and they will make you a job cost sheet. है ना? Right? Chalo. Normal capacity of a plant refers to the difference between normal capacity, this we have done in overhead chapter. Practical capacity. Yeah? Maximum minus practical is not normal. Normal capacity refers to practical capacity and the estimated ideal capacity as delivered. Practical capacity मतलब कितना produce कर सकते हो? 1000 units. And ideal capacity may be according to trend 100. So this is how you get your normal capacity. Okay. Flexible budget requires a careful, you remember? One of the beautiful part of the budgeting chapter, karo exam ke liye bhi. See, one thing you all remember, dear students, there are some chapters where they cannot make it creative. What you have studied exactly they will ask. Cost sheet, budgeting, labor, that Rowan and Halsey, overhead reconciliation, PV ratio, no creativity, joint product by product. So these are small topics. Contract costing. I feel contract costing to matlab is just copying the data fastest way. Only you should know the format. So make sure these topics you attempt first, where there is hardly any chance for creativity. Huh? If you don't agree with anything I say, please comment below. No problem. Absolutely. Aajo. Flexible budget requires a study of fixed, variable and semi-variable expenses. I'm again saying I've given a video for it. Make sure you watch it. Marginal costing technique follows the dash basis of classification of the costs. Marginal costing technique follows the dash basis of the classification. ठीक है? Marginal costing में The emphasis is on fixed cost and variable cost, right? And fixed and variable cost is called as behavioral cost. Ma'am, then what is function cost? Function cost is factory overhead, selling overhead. Huh? This is there in the first chapter. What is element cost? Material, labor, overhead. What is behavioral wise cost? Fixed and variable. That's what you need for marginal costing. What characterize a non-integrated cost accounting system? Non-integrated means the financial and costing books are separate. You will have to do reconciliation. Yeah. So what characterizes this? Separate. Financial and cost records are separate. Administration overhead are usually absorbed as a percentage of works cost. This is covered in job costing in overhead chapter. Nothing given administrative overhead is always taken as a percentage of works cost. If the time saved is less than 50%, then wages under Rowan and Halsey. Yeah, which one will be more? So you should know first basic. In Halsey, what you do? Whatever is the time saved into 50% into rate, you take it. Halsey is saying labor, you save 2 hours, no? 50% you take it. Okay. What does Rowan say? Time saved into rate, this is the same, but in the ratio of actual time by standard time. This you give them. Actual time by standard time. This you give them in Rowan. So if the time saved is less than 50%, say 40%, yeah, then here it will be less. And Halsey, so you are anyhow giving 50%. So if the time saved is less than 50%, where you will give more wages? Halsey. Halsey. Because Halsey is giving minimum 50%. Clear to all of you? So here I complete with MCQs of the first MTP. I will solve the question answers later. First, along with this, let us take up the MCQs of the second one. Any suggestions or any help needed from your side is welcome. As a teacher, I always try to step into your shoes. Ki what is your mindset? And it's okay. I'm again saying, dear students, it's absolutely okay if you are referring the material or our Sarthi hard copy compiler to do this MTP. Ma'am, आपको तो सब by heart है नहीं है. There are chances where even we refer to. It's okay. You are in learning mode. No problem at all. ठीक है? Right. चलो. We'll take up set 2 now, MCQ. Is my speed fine? Marathon I have already taken earlier also. क्या marathon क्या करे? All formulas, everything is given, beta. The difference between absorption costing. One second. The difference between the absorption costing and the marginal costing is with regard to material, prime cost, variable, fixed overhead. See, whether you are in absorption costing or in marginal costing, direct material is already variable. Prime cost को फर्क नहीं पड़ता है, पूरा variable है. Direct material, direct labor and all. Variable overhead is also variable. So, if you compare that statement, you know, one cost sheet is taught to you, absorption and marginal, then the difference is because of what, dear students? Fixed overhead. Thank you so much for the response that it's all clear. God bless you. If you need any support, you can always ask. When sales and production are same, then the profit under, okay. Sales and production are same, matlab 100 units you have sold, 100 units you have produced. That means there is no opening and closing stock. You can write here. No opening and closing stock. then obviously the profit in marginal and absorption costing will be same. Listen, all of you. The marginal costing and the absorption costing reconciliation you have studied after the formulas. So there the difference is because of the absorption of the fixed overhead. But I have produced 5,000 units, I have sold 5,000. So the difference is in the stock. In marginal costing, the opening closing stock is maintained at variable cost. In absorption costing, it is maintained at the fixed cost. So it's a problem with the overhead. But if I have produced 5,000 units and sold and there is no opening closing, there's no question of reconciliation. So my profit under marginal and absorption will be same. ठीक है? आ जाओ. Sales budget, it's a functional budget. Sales budget is a functional budget. PV ratio, what's the formula for PV ratio? Contribution by sales into 100. And what is contribution? Sales minus variable cost is contribution. PV ratio will increase. PV ratio will increase either if selling price is increasing. अगर selling price increase होगा and variable cost is same, so the contribution will increase. So PV ratio will increase if there is a decrease in the fixed cost, increase in the fixed cost. See, logically, you should try elimination method. There's, what's the formula of PV ratio? I told you, contribution by sales. There's no element of fixed cost relevant here. Yeah. So PV ratio will increase if there is a decrease in the selling price or there is a decrease in the variable cost, decrease in the variable cost. समझा आपको? Selling price is 100, variable cost is 60 and contribution by sales is 40. Now if you want to increase the PV ratio, increase the contribution. So increase the selling price or decrease. This is all taught to you in the one shot revision video also, dear students. देखो, contribution increase करना है, increase selling price. That option is not there, ma'am. Or decrease the cost. Imagine if this is 100, if this is 50, this is 50. Yeah. So decrease. You can do this analysis. You have 2 to 3 minutes time for each MCQ. Relax and do and say this as a prayer to yourself. If there is something technical, definitely there is something which will help me to get 60 marks bare minimum. है ना? Right. In a period, 280 kgs of the material were used and total standard cost. This we have done all in MCQs. You have to the material usage variance. Material usage variance, the formula is standard quantity minus actual quantity into standard price. Already they have given the variance and the bit, put it and you will get it. Okay? Now, if the sales are 1,50,000 and the variable cost are 50,000, okay? Right? Compute the PV ratio. So orally you can do. If sales is 150 variable, so what is contribution? 1 lakh. Contribution by sales, PV ratio is 66.67%. Easy, right? If you feel at least the paper pattern, weightage, MCQs are very helpful, share it in other WhatsApp and Telegram group. Many students will thank you. है ना? चलो. If the actual loss in a process, if the actual loss is less than the normal loss, wow, normal loss से actual loss कम है, the difference is abnormal gain. See, 10,000 units were there. I was prepared 10%, 1,000 will be the normal loss. Yeah, but actual loss is only 800. I was so prepared normal loss will be 1,000. If you can have a printout of this and if you can write this, it will sink in your mind. It will ink in your mind. and you will work out your answer with very good speed, dear students. So Joe, don't just sit idle and watch it, solve it with me. Normal loss, I was prepared 1000, but it's only 800. So 200 is abnormal gain. A company makes a product which passes through single process. Details of the process for last period are given to you. Okay. Now, material is there 10,000 kg at 50 paisa. Labor is there 1000. Production overhead is 200% of the labor. Normal loss are 10% of input in process. So how much you have put? 10,000 kg. Normal loss is 1000. And without further process any loss, it is sold at a scrap of 20 paise. 20 paise. Right? So 1000 into 20 paise, definitely it will come to 200. Yeah, right. Output for the period is 8,000. 1000 is normal loss. Output which goes in the next process is 8. There is no work in progress. The value of abnormal loss. First of all, what is abnormal loss quantity? 10,000 minus 10% of the input, normal loss, minus 8,400. How much is the quantity of abnormal loss? This is as good as they are asking you process account problem for 2 marks. The value of the abnormal loss. Quantity is 600 kg. But for value, you will have to calculate cost per good unit. So cost per good unit, 10,000 into 0.5. Material is 5,000. Labor is 1,000. Production overhead is 2% of the labor. 2,000. That's all. So 8,000. Huh? Now cost per good unit. Cost per good unit is total cost minus normal loss scrap value, total quantity minus normal loss quantity. This is by hearted, I know, by all of you. So what is the total cost of material, labor and production overhead? 8,000. What is normal loss scrap value? That also they can ask. Huh? ये देखो 200 भी एक bit है, silly mistake. They have not asked you normal loss, abnormal loss. What's the total quantity? 10,000. What's the normal loss quantity? 1,000. So what is this answer? 8,000 minus 200 divided by 9,000. Abnormal loss is valued at 0.87. So 600 kg into 0.87. That's coming to 522. There's some mistake. Abnormal loss is always valued at cost per good unit. Yeah. 10,000 into 50 paisa, 5,000. Labor. Production overhead is 1,000 ka 200%. So 2,000. Normal loss is scrapped at 200. In suggested answer, let us see what they have given the answer. One second, huh? I'll check the suggested answer. कभी कभी mistake होती है इसमें. A bit 200 is the value of the normal loss. Then it's okay. But if they have asked a normal loss, तो फिर तो उसकी value cost per good unit है. They will not ask much detail for MCQ, but this is it. आ जाओ. Cost price is not fixed in case of cost plus contract. In a reconciliation, overhead under recovered in the cost accounts are okay. In the cost books, overhead are undercharged. So you charge more. In the cost books, overhead are, ये पक्का आएगा एग्जाम में ऐसा ही, undercharge. So charge more. Yeah. If you charge overhead 10 रुपए charge किया है जबकि 12 करना था, तो if you charge more, the profit will reduce. Add in the costing profit? No. Deduct from the costing profit and add from the financial profit. That's the answer. Deduct from costing and deduct from financial. ऐसे तो नहीं होता. And add तो है ही नहीं. Add option is not there. In costing, if overhead is undercharged, then minus it here. Are the MCQs super clear to all of you? It's a very good suggestion that you are saying, ma'am, can you please take only MCQs separately little earlier? Sure. Sure. But अभी तो हम पूरा ही कर ले रहे हैं साथ में, because very little days are left now. And of course, you all are also preparing super well. Right? आ जाओ. A firm operates an integrated and financial cost system, accounting entries for indirect wages. Integrated है, so indirect wages are always absorbed in factory overhead, yeah, overhead account debit, wages account credit. Direct wages are absorbed in work in progress. If you want, write and keep direct wages. Indirect wages are absorbed in factory overhead or overhead. Two direct wages. When direct wages are incurred, it's direct wages to bank because it's integrated. And then direct wages for absorbed in work in progress or factory. In which of the following incentive plan wages on time basis are not guaranteed? Halsey और रोवन में तो guaranteed है. गैंस में भी guaranteed है. टेलर्स नाम से पता चल रहा है piece rate. So no time basis. A company pays royalty to the state government on the basis of production, right? Then royalty which is paid on the basis of the production. Is it treated as a factory overhead, direct expense, direct material, direct expense? Okay. Equivalent units for 1,000, 60% in all respects, 600. If the direct material is 30, labor या B किया, factory overhead, this is the same asked in the MCQ1 also, MTP-1 also. So here we complete the paper pattern, the ABC analysis, and only the MCQs. Yeah. Promise you will go with strong mindset that if there is something tough in exam, definitely there is something easy. And you have already done. You know it very well. जितना आता है बहुत अच्छे से करेंगे एग्जाम. Chalo, now we'll go to descriptive questions. Some are exactly copied from study material. I'm not going to solve all that. The one which is not solved, let us take it up. Following figures were extracted from the trial balance, and you have to prepare the cost sheet. Now, this is really a cost sheet which is huge. And heat, light, and power you have to take in factory also, admin also, selling and distribution also. And they have asked you to prepare the cost sheet for 7 marks. Frankly, it's a 14 marks question and otherwise very simple. So I'm just checking the answer directly. I'm not solving it. I'll solve questions which I feel same can be asked from MTP in the exam. Joint product, byproduct, journal entries. एक journal entry we will do it right now. Opening stock of raw material, purchases, freight, return, closing stock, direct labor में outstanding. This gives you prime cost. Add factory overhead, indirect labor, supervisor, repair, heat, rate, factory overhead का depreciation and all. And work in progress. Then admin overhead related expense. Then opening and closing finished goods. Then selling and distribution, sales related expense, traveling and all that. Yeah, you get a cost sheet. Okay. So cost of sales you have got, and condensed means combined costing P&L. So you will also add in, otherwise you don't take interest on borrowings there, but here you will take. Okay. Bye. Next problem, we have solved two exactly same problems in the study material. And of course, it is there in CA CMA sub study material or exam में आता है. Labor problem for Rowan and Halsey. You have to make two equations. Yeah. So first, let us make the equation according to who is following. One secret repeatedly I have told you in the one shot revision video is put the data in the answer sheet and your pen will flow. Trust me, dear students, put it in the answer sheet and your pen will flow. That's one of the essential things. Chalo. Two workmen, Vishnu and Shiva, are there. Vishnu goes for Rowan plan. Shiva goes for Halsey plan. Time allowed to complete is 100. Vishnu completed in 60 hours. Wow. But the rate is missing. So 60 hours. Samjha na 60 hours. 60 hours into rate. And for Rowan, bonus will be time saved. 100 hours ka kaam he has done in 60 hours. So 40 hours into 1 second, 40 hours. Yeah, into time saved. What is the time saved? By standard time. Time saved into standard 60 hours by actual hours 100 and hour I have multiplied. I hope you are getting. This is the wages for Vishnu and for Shiva 80 hours plus 80 hours में किया तो he saved 20 hours उसका 50%. 20 into 50% into R. So like that, if you simplify this, 40 ka 60%. So 4 6 are 24. So this is coming to 84 R. And here 80 R and 20 R ka 50% 10 R. 90 R. So easy. Here the labor is 80. Am I going fast or clear? Rowan. 40 is time saved into rate into actual time by standard time. Time saved 20 into rate into 50%. Halsey 50%. Rowan time saved. Okay, that's the difference. So 84 hour and 90 hour. Now, factory overhead rate is 10 per hour and you know how to calculate total factory. Now you can just make the equation and complete it. Same two problems, am I right? We have done it. Material, let it be M. Labor 84 hour and 90 hour. Overhead they have given 16 to 10, 18 to 10. Factory cost they have given. Now this minus this will help you to make these two equations. Yeah. Now equation 2 minus 1. So this will get cancelled. 90 minus 84. 6 hour is equal to this 120. So rate is 20. All clear to all of you? Rate is 20. And according to that, if you put, you will get answer. 7 marks question, very easy. Look here and say with me if it is Rowan or Halsey. Basic wages is fixed, actual hours into rate. Now, if it is Rowan, time saved into rate, time saved into rate. Bonus, you are paying in the ratio of actual time by standard time. Halsey, time saved into rate, you are paying in the 50% direct. All clear to all of you? Chalo. Next one now we will go for. That is your question number 3A. This is exactly study materials question for overhead. ओवरहेड चैप्टर में है डायरेक्ट एक्सपेंसेस आप कैसे लोगे, हाउ यू आर गोइंग टू टेक द डायरेक्ट एक्सपेंसेस, right? So it's very easy. A manufacturing unit produces two products X and Y. Royalty paid on sales is 54,000 at the rate of 2 per unit sold. So number of units sold is given 15 into 2, 30,000, and 12 into 2, 24,000. You got your 54,000 royalty. Royalty paid on 35,000, 1 per unit produced. 1 per unit produced. So this is 20,000 into 1 for number of units produced, है ना? 35,000. Higher charges are used in X. Higher charges of the equipment are used in X. So just charge here, don't charge here. Other than this, designing and software charges are same. So what is the total cost here? 55, 65, 70, 80, 99. It's very easy question. Copy paste, same question. 15 and 24. 34 and 30. अरे मैं क्यों ऐसे कर रही हूँ? कैलकुलेटर अलाउड है ना एग्जाम में? दीप्ति मैम आप क्यों ऐसे कर रहे? चलो चलो 15, 24. Don't take 5,000. It's allowed only there. Plus 18,000 plus 36,000. Check 94 and 93. It's like free 7 marks. Study material, same question. Apply the journal entries in the integrated costing. Now in integrated costing, they have also combined the standard costing. I think you can leave this question. Itna bhi sara nahi aayega. And if you want to do it, then one example I'll say, suppose if material is 3 lakh, out of which 280 is direct material. So remaining 20 is indirect. Indirect material will always go to factory overhead. Direct material will go to work in progress. But in direct material 280, 240 is standard. So remaining will go to material usage variance. Got it? You want to do, we can do it simple. Wages 70,000. Net wages. Deductions being 12,000. Deduction नहीं होगा मुझे लगता है direct. Standard is 75,000. Oh, 75,000 is the standard, but actual is only 70. And they have given what? 12,000 as deduction in the net wages of 70,000. 10,000 is 12,000 is the deduction. So these wages you have to adjust from the creditors account. I don't know. I feel ऐसे तो नहीं पूछेंगे, छोड़ दो. This is job costing problem. Again, same calculation we have done in study material. Nothing new from me. Some jobs you have to leave. Some jobs you have to do. Process costing. Someone was asking. It's a very easy question, but again, time consuming. So your wish. You want to do it, then do it. In exam, but very easy. Very easy. Yeah. Process costing. Material labor expenses. Overhead is 160% of labor. I'll show you one process. Material labor overhead, and overhead is labor ka 160%. So 450 into 160%. Iska 160. So you got this. And because it was the first process, they have introduced 10,000 units at 1.1 A. So you got the debit side. Now, wastage in A is 5% and it's sold at 0.25. So wastage is 5% sold at 0.25. So you are getting, ma'am, there is no abnormal loss. Nahi hai, chhod do. Again you bring this down. Again you copy 3. Labor again as a 160%. So it's very easy problem, but then 3 process account you have to prepare. Huh? So B and C you will get it. It's exactly the same. Now, coming to the last part, what they said, final product was sold at 10. Profit is 20% on sales. So obviously 10 minus 2, 8 रहेगा. Prepare and calculate the wastage. Third process में wastage is not given. In the third process, you know all the debit side, but you don't know the wastage. Now, selling price is 10. Profit is 20% of this. So 8. Let the number of units of the loss. Yeah. Scrap value. Scrap value is X into 1. है ना? Scrap value दिया है आपको 1 rupee. Now, the debit side total is given 68,088 minus the normal loss scrap value, which I don't know, X. This is going to be quantity 9120. You know that same cost per good unit ka formula लगाओगे, so you will get the X. It's a very easy problem. Yeah, I'm just saying the way they say copy the data, you will get the answer. Yeah, 2 minutes. I'll put on the. Okay, now Vibrant Limited, a manufacturing company, produces one main product and two byproducts. Okay, the cost up to the separation point is 220, joint cost. And M and N पूरा detail दिया है. So can you work reverse? Number of units into selling price will give you the selling price of M minus profit minus the selling expense will give you the total cost. Out of total cost, the separation. Are you getting? Reverse you have to go. So you will get the joint cost of this and this. And you know the total joint cost is 220. Reverse you can work the joint cost of this and this. Balancing figure is this. एकदम easy है देखो. Reverse. Backward you have to work. Take the sales minus the profit minus the selling expense minus the post separation cost. You get the joint cost. And the total joint cost they have not written, but that 222. So you will get what's the joint cost of the main product. And now just copy and complete the statement. Next. Standard set for the material consumption is 100 kg. It's a nice problem. Solve but matlab chota but acha question. 100 kg at the rate of 450 per kg. Opening stock is already there and material consumed is 100 kg standard. Purchase is there. But opening is 4 rupee. Purchase is 430. Consumption is 110. Now, what will be the variance if you follow FIFO? FIFO means 100 units are consumed first at 4.5. LIFO means 110. All the units are consumed at 4.3 first. So you have to calculate the usage and price variance by this. It's a nice problem. Let us check it. Material usage variance is standard quantity minus actual quantity and standard price is given. Standard quantity is 100 and this. So you got negative 45 adverse. Now material price variance. Standard price minus the actual price into actual quantity. Yeah. So actual quantity is given to you 110. Actual quantity into standard price. And now actual quantity into actual price. एक्चुअल प्राइस 2-3 दिए हैं 4.3 परचेज के हिसाब से 4.3 यू टेक या राइट एंड नाउ फीफो के हिसाब से according to FIFO this will be same standard price in 110 into 4.5 is same but according to FIFO 100 units opening stock first 4.5 purchase is 10 unit 4.3 when variance is calculated at last in first out. So again standard price and actual quantity is same 110 into 4.5 but actual price, if you follow last in first out, all 110 units you take 4.3. If you take first in first out, 100 units 4.5 and remaining 4.3. Do it in writing, you will surely understand. Okay? Right. Now, this is a question of reconciliation. 50% and 100%, the normal level is 100. So fixed overhead is always absorbed as per 1,60,000. ये देखो. Whether you are working at 100 or 50%, your fixed overhead is this, right? So there was no stop. Pause the video, do it. Again, listen to the explanation. Pause and do it. And for any doubt, 9290065156. This is the WhatsApp number. You can click the picture and send it over there. We'll help. So you have produced 220 units, but you have sold 160 units. This is a reconciliation problem. Absorption costing mein you prepare like cost sheet. You take the stock also at the total cost. In marginal costing, you take the stock at the variable cost. Yeah. This is actually a 14 marks question. True. Question number 6, I told you earlier also, it's a 14 mark question. Fixed overhead is 160 and your 800 is your normal level. So 200 per unit. And how many units you have made here? 220. 220 into 200. It's going to absorb at 44,000. Otherwise, actually, if you check 160 divided by 4 quarters, this is per quarter. This should be 40,000. But we are charging 44. है ना? समझ में आ रहा है नहीं? Ma'am, why did you charge 44 at the pre-decided rate? Right? And so on. In absorption costing, you have to charge at the pre-decided rate. Variable cost 800, fixed cost. Opening stock to hai nahi. Closing stock will be there because 220 units are produced and 160 are sold. So 60 units is going to be the closing stock at 1,000, 800 and 200. 60. Cost of the goods sold. 4,000. 4,000 exactly same problem is there in the study material, our material. 4,000 is there because you have charged 44,000. Actually, if you take 160 divided by 4 quarters, it should be 40,000. So if you have charged more, you adjust it here only. And selling overhead and all is same. And marginal costing. Everything you will take it at the variable cost. You will not add the fixed cost here. Is your fixed cost hai na? In marginal costing, it will go down. If you have studied the reconciliation, you will get it. And last one now, cash budget. Prepare a cash budget for 3 months. It's very nice question. Cash budget, if they ask you for 3 months, always they will give you detail for 1 or 2 extra months because last 2 months payment is received now and all. Yeah. So prepare a vertical cash. Opening cash is given to you 6,000. Chalo. Now 10% of the sales are cash. April, May, June, 10%. 1600, 1700, they are all in cash. Now collection from datas. I'm doing for 1 month, it's the same. Collection for datas, 50 month collected now, 50 month next. So April ka, what will be the 50%? 10% is to cash. 16,000. It must be done in the working. Yeah. I'm doing for April. So 1600 is to cash. We have already written. 14,400. 50% you will receive. 1 second. 50% are collected in next month and balance in the second month. So what is the sales for April in credit? 14,400. Half in May, half in June. Same way, what's the sale of March, February? 14,000. 1,400 though collected in cash. Now 12,600. 6,300 in March and April. So like this, if you do the total, only this is also asked for 3 to 4 marks. It's a nice question. Wages paid in each month is to be taken 3/4 for current and 1/4 for the previous. ठीक है. पहले आप ये डेटा तो लिख लो. डेटा समझ में आया? 13 and all. How did you get? Right? Yeah. Creditors material 2 months. So what material you have purchased in February, you will make payment in April. 9,600, 9,000 and 9,300. Wages 1/4 on credit. So wages 1/4 on credit. और क्या दिया? Wages payment each month is taken as 3/4. तो अभी के अभी 1/4 you will receive next month. है ना? समझ में आ रहा है? So suppose what's the wages of April? 3,200 into 3/4. 2,400 you will receive now and remaining 800 you will receive next month. Like that, March month's 1/4 you will receive now 750. So what is the wages? 2,400 plus 750. Wages is 3,150. Like that you'll get the answer for all three. Go for it. If you can manage this theory question, go for it. आ जाओ. Cash balance they have given. Same overhead. Overhead कितना है अभी का? April का 2,000. So 1,000 this month and last year's 950 you will receive now. Last month का अभी इस महीने का. So April month how much it is? 1,950 you will get. Plant and machinery will be installed in February, 96,000 and monthly installment is 2,000 is payable from April. Every month we are paying. Advance to be received for sale of vehicle in June, some 9,000 you are receiving. Dividend for investment are received in June. You know, some items are received only in 1 month to take 1 month. These classes are exhausting because 2 minute भी break नहीं है कि आप करो फिर हम करें. If it is really helpful, without fail, comment below, share it. Huh? ये देखो, you will get the answer. And then it's all theory questions, repeatedly asked. What is the significance of the CAS? Significance of the CAS. Cost accounting will help in consistency, transparency and all. And other theory questions are there. Limitations of cost accounting system. Reconciliation and all, and it's costly and you have to classify. Distinguish between selling overhead and distribution overhead. Yeah. Selling expenses primarily focuses on the promotional activities. Distribution means delivering the goods. What are the objectives and functions of the cost accounting standard board? Okay. So theory question, I think you'll be able to manage. Shall we go to MTP-1? MTP-1. Question number 2A. It's a beautiful cost sheet. अच्छा खासा ही है, थोड़ा सा अलग है. The cost sheet is little different, but it's a cost sheet, simple cost sheet. An advertising agency has received an inquiry bill of material prepared by the production department. Paper, ink, binding material, some photography is required and they have hired a photographer. Yeah. And now artists are paid 12,000 per month, but they are working 80 hours for this cost sheet. And last line they have given, agency work for 25 days in a month and 6 hours. So 25 days and each day 6 hours. So this 12,000 is for 150 hours. For 80 hours, how much? I hope you are getting. Cost sheet is done for 80 hours, but artist and all these expenses are given. And then routine, add-on production and all. I'll read out, it will be clear. First, basic material. Yeah. And this artist and all same what I taught you. 12,000 is for 150 hours. So 80 hours. Ko kitna? Cross multiplication should be your best friend. 12,000 into 80. So 6,400. Write that, you will get all. Then production overhead is 40% of the prime cost. You get factory cost. Selling overhead is 25% of the factory cost. It's all given in the question. And then profit as a percentage of sales is given. You can make the cost sheet. Beautiful aspect was this. Yeah. Suppose if the client serving expense is 9,000 for the whole month and month consists of 150 hours. So 30 hours ka kitna? Like that. Okay. So simple cost sheet question. Yeah. Lot size question. We have already done it. Purchase department has referred a quantity discount. 1120 will be the price for 500. 1160 for 1,000 and 1140 for 2,000. Annual requirement for the material is 5,000. The delivery cost per order is 1,000. The stock holding cost is 20%. Huh? Delivery cost is ordering cost. Carrying cost 20% of the price. And quantity to divide by 2 hoga. So you just apply the formula, do the table. You all know now what is ordering cost, what is an 3 lot size, value of the goods also, average inventory, because Q by 2 into the carrying cost you have to apply, and ordering cost. So wherever the total cost is least, you will go for that option or the lot size. Yeah. This one is very nice. Factory overhead under absorb. It's 4150. And man days are 150. So man days 150 multiplied by 20. So 41 lakh 50,000 is what is incurred, but it is absorbed at 3750. 41 50,000 is actual minus 3750. So 4 lakh under absorbed. Yeah. Out of output 40,000 units produced, 30,000 were sold. There were also 30,000 which were incomplete, which can be taken at 66.67 complete. So work in progress. This is closing stock. Work in progress equivalent. 2/3 complete. So 30,000 ka 2/3. It is found that अच्छा, and even the closing number of units sold, no, 30 were sold, 10,000 is in stock and 10,000 in work in progress. It was also found that 40% of the underabsorb was due to defective, 1,60,000. So now 2,40,000 you have to absorb by these units. Very easy question, repeatedly asked, and you should be able to do it. बहुत simple है. The under absorption 4 lakh being considered whether due to defective planning and all. See, if it is defective planning, I don't know if it is मतलब जो defective planning है उसको तो निकाल ही देना चाहिए ना. And remaining what we have done. 30,000, 10,000. Oh, sorry, 30,000 ka 2/3. I took 20,000. No, yeah. So total 4 lakh divided by 60, but it should not be 4 lakh. I think it should be 240. Because 40% to it's abnormal. Divide by 60,000. 4 per unit you can charge to each one. Closing stock, goods sold, and work in progress. Work in progress is 30,000, but 2/3 completed, so 20,000. Okay. Hope it is helpful to all of you. I know I'm going little fast. I'm giving you the gist. Then pause the video and solve it. No, beta, koi doubt hai to पूछो आप. Trading P&L is given and you have to prepare the cost sheet. Again, I'm saying this. मतलब ऐसे learn हो गया है. इतने बार ये question किया है. This is your profit. And factory overhead is allocated 60% of the labor. Material and all will be same. Administrative is 12% of number of units produced. Selling and distribution is 20% of the sales. So you can prepare, no? Till here, so it is all same. P&L accounts. Factory overhead is 60% of the wages. Yeah. Closing work in progress minus होगा, opening है नहीं. Cost sheet ही है. Administrative expenses are 12 per unit. Yeah. So you have to charge. And then closing stock, you will minus. And you will get the answer. And reconcile the profit. Reconciliation is very simple. I don't think so much they will ask you for 7 marks. कि cost sheet भी बनाओ, फिर reconciliation भी करो. Clear? Reconciliation, I am again saying, watch one short revision video, you will be clear how to make the cost sheet and how to. Acha, reconciliation gist I can tell you. Items which are purely debited in the P&L like preliminary goodwill, you also debit, reduce from the cost of profit. Items purely credited or added in the P&L, dividend received, interest and all, you also add it. And now selling expenses, if they are overcharged, reduce. If you reduce the expense, what's the impact on profit? It will increase, so add. Factory overhead is undercharged. Ma'am, kaise pata chala? You have prepared the cost sheet now. Factory overhead is 60%, 357. There in your P&L account, it's given 381. So you have undercharged. Now, if you charge, what's the impact on the profit? The profit will reduce. Administrative expenses, if they are undercharged, you charge it more, it will reduce and you'll get the profit. Okay? Nikhil started a transport business with 10 taxis. Operating costing, be careful if they give the data for 10 taxis and they ask you for one taxi, ek hi ke liye karna. Second thing, if they are asking you to make the operating cost sheet per month, but there are some expenses which are given for 12 months, then take it correctly. Huh? So cost of each taxi, salary, garage rent and all. Insurance is simple problem. एक के नीचे के I feel operating costing is nothing but different style of the cost sheet. Okay. Life of taxi is given and estimated scrap value. It runs 5,000 kilometers. 20% it runs empty. But petrol though will be required, no? Yeah. Petrol is 10 kilometers. 70 rupees में 10 kilometers. So 5,000 kilometers. So कितना? 70 rupees 10 kilometers. So 5,000. Like that, you have to charge. And last, they have already given that if you're quoting 15, so what will be your profit? I'm not going to actually, honestly speaking, if I have 2-3 hours time, the best is to solve it here. ये देखो अब ये देखो ये. Frankly speaking, I'm not having 2-3 hours. The regular batch for 25 students, the marathons, MCQ, many things are going on and it's easy. Where it's required help, I am helping you. So simply now, this is for 10 taxis. So you have divided. Yeah, this is annual. So you have divided. And 4,000 is the, see, 5,000 may say 20% you are running like that. So petrol cost will be 5,000, but the effective cost will be for 4,000. Depreciation they have given. Petrol will be for 5,000. खाली गाड़ी घूम रही है तो भी पानी पे नहीं चल रही. The petrol is required. Oil and all. So you are getting operating cost and already they have quoted the selling price. You are getting the profit. You're getting the profit. Contract account is copy paste, I can say. On the debit side, you write material, wages outstanding, expenses, depreciation. On the credit side, material returned, material lying at site, work in progress, may work certified, work uncertified. What you get is notional profit. Notional profit multiplied by 1/3 or 2/3 in the ratio of cash received by work certified. This is how you do it. Okay. Joint product, byproduct, same problem. You go reverse. For the byproduct, you will get the answer for main product. Prepare sales overhead budget for January, February and March. Okay. Sales ka overhead budget. Advertisement and all is there. Counter sales, traveling. Commission is given 2% on sales and every month sales is given. Traveling expense and this is given. Fixed cost, so you have to take same. Are you seeing it same? You can write the total. The itna easy. Ma'am, why then this cost is changing in the budget? Because your sales is changing, right? Same problem. Now tell me honestly, we have done or not? Matlab, skilled, unskilled, semi-skilled. You have to make 4 column and then write and do standard as. And a company manufactures scooters and sells it 5,000. Increase of 70% cost in material and labor. Wow, this is a nice problem. Huh? Material के cost में कितना increase हो रहा है? 17%. Labor में 20%. Increase in the cost is present in the selling price would decrease by 25%. Selling price. अभी अगर आपका Y है तो 70.75 Y हो जाएगा. This is a nice small cost sheet with equation, है ना? चलो. Material cost is 50%, wages is 20, overhead is 30. Abhi. So your total cost is X, profit is Y, X plus Y, selling price is given. Now material is 0.5 into 17% increase. 0.2 into 20% increase. Overhead is same. So total cost is increased. And selling price is same. So profit will to decrease, no? 0.7. This is second equation. Now you solve the equation, get the values of x and y, and you can make it. Rest all is theory of the CAS or the cost and management. Most of the theory is from your first chapter. I've tried my best to motivate you all. You all are doing awesome. Still, you have today is date ही भूल जाती हूँ मैं तो. Huh? Still, there are 14 to 15 more days. So, cost sheet, reconciliation, journal entries, PV ratio, budget, whatever best you feel is repeated, do it and cover up all the theory questions. You will really do amazing well. Make the best use of the top 50 questions solved in YouTube. MCQ solved. One format formula booster program is there. उसमें मैंने PDF भी दिया है पूरे formulas का एक साथ PDF बना के and one video of theory questions. If you check this, you will prepare thoroughly. And if you want to solve past 1 or 2 attempts MTPs, June 24 or December 24, it's already solved for you. With me, you can solve at faster pace. Take the best benefit of the paper pattern, ABC and MCQ and share it with your friends. Thank you so much. If you feel a lot of things are coming up live to help you, subscribe to the channel till your exam. Share it with your friends. Authentic and genuine and quality good questions and knowledge you will get on this channel. It's a promise. All the best. Any doubts you have before exam, you all are my students. It's not कि दीप्ति मैम से coaching नहीं लिया है. Click the picture and send me. I will clear it for you. Thank you. Bye all of you. Yeah. Take a printout and solve it. It's very easy. Half of the problems we have done in class, reconciliation, अभी जो किया, फिर वो मटेरियल लेबर M+R का एग्जाम भी ऐसा ही होगा.